It's game 12 of 12 in a three-day set of championship action here at Bank of OZK Arena. I'm RJ Honk with Bobby Swafford, and Bobby, we've made it. We've made it to the final game, and I'm not going to say it's a relief because this is probably going to be one of the better matchups. It's the 5A boys championship game that could be one of the best games in the 12.
Yeah, you're talking about two really athletic teams, two teams with a lot of size, both vertically and horizontally. I mean, we're going to see an up and down matchup, and one team that maybe has the most dominant rebounding stat I've ever heard.
What is it?
37 rebounds per game for Maumelle. Their opponents averaging only 13, plus 24 on the glass. I'm ready to see that.
Yeah, and if you look at the size of Maumelle, they don't look like a high school team. They look like a Division I basketball team with the post players and the centers that they've got down
They
there.
look like a Division I offensive line is what they look like. They've got a couple future football players, including one future Razorback that we'll talk about in just a moment.
Well, let's talk about how they got to this point, them and the Jonesboro Hurricane. And this bracket brought to you by Mascot Media. And I'll tell you what, Jonesboro had to go through a very, very good Parkview team.
Yeah, and not only did they get through them, they got through them handily as they jumped out to a huge lead. You take a look at the full path for the Hurricane, though. Got past Mountain Home, Jacksonville, and Parkview pretty easily, but Maumelle on the other side, a little tougher test. And you see that semifinal matchup with Sylvan Hills. A lot of people thought this was going to be a maybe Parkview-Sylvan Hills rematch of their conference tournament. Instead, these two teams are here, and they're now going to be 32 minutes away from a championship.
Well, let's look at the two impact players in this game. We'll first start with Maumelle with Nico Davier, who really, he's an outstanding football player, but he's just a good basketball player for this Maumelle team.
Yeah, you're talking about 6'5", he has size, he has athleticism, plays on the defensive line, plays some linebacker. A lot of Division I schools across this country are wanting him come play for those guys, but tell you what, the Jonesboro defense is going to be really taxed to find a way to push him out of the paint.
And on the other side for Jonesboro, Keelan Mcbride, this kid averaging 16.6 points per game. He's an 84% free throw shooter, and from the three-point line, he's a 42% three-point shooter, that being Kelan Mcbride for Jonesboro.
Yeah, he just finds ways to get it in the hoop. You mentioned the point production of 16.6. Obviously, that leads the way for the Golden Hurricane, and it just finds ways to do the little things. Yeah. You mentioned the shooting percentage, the free throws, the three-point percentage. If the ball leaves his hands, there's a pretty good chance it's going in.
Well, it ought to be a fun one. If you are sitting back, get some popcorn ready because this is going to be a track meet and it's going to be a lot of fun. It's the 5A Boys State Title game live from Bank OZK Arena, and you're watching the Centennial Bank State Basketball Championships on Arkansas PBS Sports.
It's a beautiful day in this neighborhood.
We are the curious.
Wow!
The adventurous.
Oh!
Those venturing out for the first time.
And those who've never lost our sense of wonder.
Whoa. You seen this?
We are the hungry.
The strong.
I must be the greatest!
The joyful.
A happy little cloud.
We believe there is always more we can uncover.
More we can explore.
We believe in the capacity for goodness.
And the potential for greatness.
The torch has been passed to a new generation of Americans.
PBS. PBS.
PBS.
Now, more than ever, community is important. Local schools, businesses, and charities are in need of support. Each one of us can make a difference. When you volunteer, give, shop locally, or simply participate, you help support and grow your community. It makes us all stronger when we all are involved. I'm Susie Everett with Everett Buick GMC. We're proud to be a part of this wonderful community and want to encourage each of you to be involved in yours.
Thanks, George. Appreciate it. At Big Red Stores, we're always proud to sponsor, support, and partner up with many events and activities throughout the community. Among them, high school championships throughout the state of Arkansas. At Big Red Stores, our team members are always ready to assist you to make your visit with us a pleasant one. And at Big Red Stores, we recognize that none of our support or ability to serve the community is possible without you. That's why at Big Red Stores, you're always the MVP of the Big Red team. Big Red Stores, now more convenient than ever.
Back here at Bank OZK Arena in Hot Springs, Arkansas. It's the 5A state title game between Maumelle and Jonesboro. It's going to be a fun game, Bobby. And when I say it's going to be a fun game, it's because there's going to be a lot of points that are going to be thrown up in this game. Maumelle comes in averaging 58 points a game in the state tournament. Jonesboro 63. They do play defense, and Maumelle giving up only 44. Jonesboro giving up 57.
Yeah, we mentioned at the top of the broadcast what Maumelle is able to do on the defensive glass. 37-13, they're out rebounding teams. So limiting Jonesboro to second chance opportunities is a thing that they're going to do. But if you're the Hurricane, finding ways to get second chance points and also keeping those big guys from Maumelle off the offensive glass. We talk about the points, that we're going to have an up and down game, but second chance opportunities could be the difference.
Hey, let's check out those starting lineups for today's game. We'll first start with Maumelle. They come in 22-5, and it looks like this. They've got 3 juniors in their lineup with Carl Daughtery, Riley Wade, and Nico Davier, and then the 2 seniors, Josh Denton and Darvish Raspberry. 3 guards and 2 forwards in the lineup. And for Jonesboro, they come in 23-3 on the season, and they've got 3 juniors as well, a sophomore and a senior. The junior is Amarian Wilson, the senior is Keelan Mcbride. You've got the 2 juniors in Jesse Washington and Cannon Pointer, and then your other sophomore that is going to be getting some action today is going to be Isaac Harrell. So a lot of good talent on the basketball court today. As we talked about, Jacksonville, Mountain Home, and Parkview for Jonesboro. That was the road to get here. As for Maumelle, Marion, Russellville, and Sylvan Hills. When you look back to the preseason rankings for both these 2 teams, Bobby, Maumelle was ranked in the preseason number 2, Jonesboro number 3. Parkview was already up there at number 1. So you've got 2 of the best teams that everybody thought at the very beginning should have been here. They're here.
Yeah, a lot of times those preseason rankings are going to change a lot. Not so much in Class 5A is really the top 3 teams. You add Sylvan Hills, I guarantee they were a top 5 team. Really got to the Final Four. One player to watch, though, here for Jonesboro. We talked about Keelan Mcbride, but you mentioned Jesse Washington in that starting lineup. 12.7 points per game. All the focal point, all the eyes are going to be on number 3, Mcbride. But number 21, Washington, could be an X factor.
Maumelle has never won a state championship. They played the game in 2016 and were defeated. They're looking to get their first. As for Jonesboro, they're looking to get their 14th state champion. Wes Swift done a heck of a job with the Jonesboro Hurricane. Today's officials for this 5A boys game, Grant Watts, Herb Burrell, and Justin Brewer are the officials. Maumelle comes out in their all red uniforms with black trim and white numerals, while Jonesboro, they're all white uniforms with gold trim and black numerals. Glad to have you along wherever you're watching today's game. As we've done, this is number 12 of 12 of state championship basketball here in Hot Springs. Ball's in the air, and it's going to be controlled by Jonesboro as we move from right to left. Bringing it up for the Hurricane will be Amarian Wilson.
Obviously, nerves going to come into play. We've seen some teams come out and shoot the ball really poorly to start.
Here's Wilson off a shot, then it was deflected out of bounds, and it will stay with Jonesboro.
That's a good reminder. Teams were not allowed to have a shoot around here at Bank OZK Arena because of the COVID protocols. So this is other than the warm-up they had before the game.
There's a 3-point attempt by Isaac Carroll from the right wing, and he opens up the scoring at 3-0.
Yeah, nice job by Jonesboro. They go inside out. Harrell catches it in stride and strokes the triple.
They work it on the right side with the basketball for Maumelle. It's going to be kicked out of bounds, and it'll go with Jonesboro as Josh Denton had it and lost it.
Jonesboro has already knocked down their first shot. They're no stranger to this title game. They're used to this kind of atmosphere.
Here's a 3 by Mcbride. It's no good. Ball's fought for at the free throw line and then finally pulled down by Raspberry. And Maumelle will have it as Carl Daughtery is going to bring it into the front court.
Front court goes 6'4", 6'4", 6'5" for Maumelle. They've got the size advantage.
Daughtery has it to top the key.
Oh, by the way, they have 6'6" and 6'7" on the bench, though, as they turn it over again.
Ball gets away as bringing it up now is going to be Wilson. Wilson going to drive the lane at the free throw line. Kicks it left side. That's into the hands of Harrell for three. He goes back to back. It's 6-0 Jonesboro.
The 6'7" sophomore has knocked down 2 triples, 1 from each side. Maumelle's going to have to get a hand up on number 12.
Wade's got the basketball for Maumelle as he's at the jump circle. And we've got a whistle.
5-second call.
And the 5-second was instituted. We've only seen that a couple times throughout this state tournament, and that being it the second time.
Maumelle wants a quick timeout. You know, the point of emphasis was getting a hand up on Harrell. You know, the confidence of the sophomore, though, you love to see it comes out early on. So many teams have struggled to start games here at Bank OZK this weekend, but Isaac Harrell knocked down 2 big threes.
You know, looking at Harrell, we previewed so much about what Keelan Mcbride does and what Washington does. We kind of overlooked Harrell because he is an excellent three-point shooter, but when it comes to scoring, he's not one of their main guys. And for him to open up with 6 points early on for Jonesboro, that could be big for them throughout this game.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it, because we talked about how much attention is going to be paid to Mcbride. So other players are going to have to step up. We see, I don't like to use the term role players, but we see those ancillary players step up and make key plays in key moments, and obviously Harrell's done so early on.
In fact, Harrell on the season only a 35% three-point shooter. Here's Jonesboro with the basketball as McBride's got it on the right wing, just gives it off to Wilson. Wilson going to drive the paint, go up with the left hand. It's off the mark, and it's going to go out of bounds, and it will go with Maumelle with 6:04 to play here in the first quarter.
That's nice hustle, though, by Washington. Dives right into the table in front of us, but to no avail as it's going over to Maumelle.
Inbound's going to come into Riley Wade for Maumelle. As Wade's going to take it on the right side. Kicks it to the right corner for three. It hits off the side of the backboard, and it's going to be taken by Jonesboro now. Here's Washington, going to clear things back out, slow it down as he gets it into the hands of McBride. Works back to Wilson, bounce pass in the lane to Pointer. He puts up a shot, no good from 6 feet away, and Maumelle comes down with it, but it's stolen back away by Jonesboro. In the lane going up was McBride. We've got a blocking foul.
Bad turnover there by Maumelle. Then you compound that. Riley Wade tries to take the charge, but he's hit with the blocking call. And Jonesboro has a chance to add to their 6-point lead at the line.
Got to give it up to McBride, being able to pull that one out of the air and take it back and get to the free throw line as his first free throw's up, in and out, no good. Checking in the ball game for Maumelle is going to be Jalen Smith. He's a senior guard for this Hornet team.
Coach Michael Shook talking with the squad over on the sideline. Got to get his Hornets settled down.
Second free throw's up and good. It's 7-0 Maumelle with 5:30 to play in the first quarter. Bringing it up is going to be Jalen Smith. Smith will get trapped in front of the scorer's table. Gets it off over to Daughtery. Back right side, he goes to Davier. Davier in the lane, lost the handle on it. Jonesboro's going to come up with it, still on the floor, and it's picked up by Wilson, but then Maumelle comes back up with it on the right side. Daughtery to Davier. They're going to clear it back out to Smith. Smith at the free throw line, over to Davier. We've got a whistle, player control foul, a lot of bodies on the floor, and Jonesboro's going to get the basketball back.
They got to pick up the carnage down there. A lot of bodies on the deck, a big collision. Going to be an offensive foul.
That foul is going to go against Jalen Smith. That's his first personal foul, and Jonesboro is going to have the basketball with 5:06 to play here in the first quarter.
Jonesboro's already settled in nicely, but 3 minutes in, the Hornets still looking for their first point. Got to calm the nerves. Try to get you an easy bucket to jumpstart the offense.
Here's Wilson now, kicks it out to Washington for three. It's no good. Rebounds pulled in by Maumelle as Smith's got it, and he'll bring it up. Gives it off over to Daughtery on the right wing. Daughtery going to drive right baseline, put up a wild shot. It hits off the side of the iron, no good. Right there to collect the rebound was Raspberry. He puts it back up, still no good. Coming up with a big rebound and putback was Nico Davier, and he gets Maumelle on the board, 7-2.
Yeah, nice job by the Hornets offense to stick with it and finally get the putback.
And here's a turnover by Jonesboro. That's going to go out of bounds. No, it was saved by Maumelle's Josh Denton. Denton works it down to Davier. He tries to put up a shot, got deflected out, taken by Jonesboro. Here's Wilson, right side. They go over to Washington. He lays it in. It's 9-2.
That perfect 3-and-1 fast break there. You drive, you draw, then you dish. Easy bucket.
Jalen Smith, right side he goes. Gives it off to Denton. Denton on the right wing. Denton kicks out. Right side to Raspberry for three. No good. Ball's deflected. Goes out of bounds. Stays with Maumelle as we come to immediate timeout. 3:41 to play in the first quarter. Jonesboro 9, Maumelle 2. You're watching the Centennial Bank State Basketball Championships on Arkansas PBS Sports.
For every moment, for every memory, from that first car to your first home, to your first child, and all the highs and lows that tomorrow might bring. For everything that matters most to you and your family, there's someone right around the corner dedicated to helping you protect what you love. Your local Farm Bureau insurance agent. Farm Bureau Insurance. Real service, real people.
You know, I think sports are really big to a lot of people, and because it's an important part of our fabric in our community. And the one good thing about what I've seen is it's high quality production. You know, you think of the small communities all over Arkansas, it's a big deal that they can turn on the TV or DVR or whatever and know they're going to get a quality product. And so I think it just expands the focus of what PBS is doing. You know, Arkansas PBS is doing a great job, and I think it's part of education.
Support your team and join the basketball conversation on social media. It's easy. All you have to do is use that hashtag, ARPBS Sports. Do it. Do it now.
Bobby, one thing that you were tracking before the ball game, and we're interested to see how it goes, is total rebounds because of how well of a rebounding team Maumelle is. Here's an inbound pass off the back of a Jonesboro player. They tried to go with the old trickery, but right now 7-2 is in favor of Maumelle.
And one of those rebounds was a dead ball knocked out of bounds for Jonesboro. So as we expected, the Hornets doing work on the glass, but they've got to find a way to convert on the offensive end.
Amarian Wilson with the basketball for Jonesboro as we count down from 3:22. Wilson on the right wing, going to drive the lane, goes up with a left hand, no good. Rebounds pulled in by Davier. And he'll take it back left side to Smith. Smith down to the corner. Finds Denton. He pulls up from 6 feet away. No good. Rebound pulled in by Wilson. Wilson swings it right side into the hands of Harrell. Now over to Mcbride. He'll drive baseline, put up a high arcing shot. That didn't go initially, but it was Pointer who came to tap it back in, and it's 11-2.
Nice job by Pointer. Didn't try to pull it down, just tapped it back up. He averages 7 and 5 in his first bucket tonight.
Daughtery's going to pull up from deep. It goes in and out, and it's saved from going out of bounds by Amarian Wilson, and Jonesboro's got the basketball.
Tough break there for Maumelle. That one was halfway down.
Here's Amarian Wilson on the right side. Wilson's now going to pull up from three, and he doesn't even come close to the rim and hit off the side of the backboard. 2:13 and counting, 11-2, as Maumelle works quickly in the front court. Here's a three-point attempt. That's no good, but the putback by Ryan Rouse goes up, and he was fouled, so he'll head to the free throw line to shoot two.
Nice job by Denton to get in there. Another offensive rebound, just more size. 4 offensive rebounds already for the Hornets. See if they can get some second chance points here.
First free throw is up and no good.
Looks like a clean block from behind. We're going to say he got him with the body.
Checking in for Jonesboro is going to be Devarius Montgomery. He's a sophomore.
Got some size, 6'4" is Montgomery.
Also coming in is Bradley Richardson for Jonesboro, as the second free throw is good. And it's now 11-3. With the basketball for Jonesboro is going to be Mcbride as he works around the screen, pulls up for three. It's off the front of the iron, no good. Rebound's taken in by John Paul Pickens, and he kicks it back out to Mcbride. Top of the key, they go to Washington for three. It's no good. Rebounds now pulled in by Caleb Thurman for Maumelle.
Hornets need to get something going towards the basket. Get something easy for themselves.
Here's Riley Wade for three. It hits the bottom of the net.
They needed something. I was kind of calling for go inside, but the steal attempt no good and left a wide open shooter on the perimeter.
Richardson now going to try to drive. Lost the handle on it, kicks it back out left side to Pickens. Pickens goes back right to Washington. A minute 15 to play here in the first quarter. Washington on the wing, going to drive the lane. Bounce pass. Trying to find a man. That's Montgomery, then kicks it back out right side to McBride. Gonna slow things down as we're under a minute to play in the first quarter.
No shot clock in Class 5A yet. Hoping to get that changed pretty soon.
Montgomery to Washington in the right corner. Washington's gonna pull up for three, and he knocks it in.
Washington didn't like what he saw, so he just took it himself. Knocks down the three.
38 seconds to play, 14-6. Jonesboro on top as the ball gets deflected out of bounds. And checking the ball game for Jonesboro is going to be Ryan Rouse. He'll come in for Kelan Mcbride. Inbound pass comes into the backcourt as they get it in to Jalen Smith. Pass comes up court to Wade. Wade goes down low with it to Raspberry. He put up a shot, no good. And coming down with the rebound is going to be Jonesboro's Montgomery. Into the front court we go for Jonesboro as Bradley Richardson has it on the right side. Down to 10 seconds in the quarter.
Got a 5-second count working. Breaks it there.
Richardson goes to the left corner to Harrell. It's off the side, no good, but the putback goes. It's Devarius Montgomery who's able to get the putback and make it a 10-point lead for Jonesboro as we end the first quarter. You're watching the Centennial Bank State Basketball Championships on Arkansas PBS Sports.
I don't think they're going to call.
Now a session.
Broadcast of this championship game is made possible by
the Cherokee Nation, our people, our culture, our history, our future. To learn more, go to visitcherokeenation.com and say hello to the Cherokee Nation.
The Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas. Over 2,500 team members across 17 local electric distribution co-ops, powering homes, farms, and industries somewhere across Arkansas. We are the Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas. Power and people.
John's Honda, your hometown dealer for sales and service of Honda motorcycles, ATVs, Honda generators, and Honda lawnmowers. Family owned and operated since 1967, John's Honda offers factory-certified technicians and experienced sales staff.
Farmers and Merchants Bank and the Bank of Fayetteville share the mission of Arkansas PBS to enrich and empower all Arkansans. Community, dignity, respect. That's what Me Banking is all about. More at mebanking.com.
Hey, I'm Rick Steves. You know, I don't go anywhere without my passport. Thanks to PBS Passport, you can watch all my travel specials. This exclusive streaming service is just for our members. Not only can you see all my shows, but you can see thousands of hours of your favorite public television shows. Become a member today.
Back here at Bank OZK Arena, while we were away, the officials came and told us they had called a foul on that last three-point play, or on that last two-pointer, and it was on Darvis Raspberry. So during the break, Devarius Montgomery for Jonesboro went to the free throw line and made a free throw. So the score is now 17-6 rather than 16-6.
Yeah, converted the three-point play. You didn't see it, but I promise it really did happen. I saw it with my eyeballs. You just got to take my word for it.
Riley Wade's going to inbound it to start the second half for Maumelle. And Daughtery's going to bring it up for the Hornets. Daughtery goes left side to Wade. Now bounce pass to Davier. Back top of the key, they work it over to Raspberry. Raspberry over to Davier. Spin move, high post, goes up with the left hand, no good, but he's fouled, and he'll head to the free throw line to shoot 2.
A nice strong take there by Davier, gets himself to the foul line. Sports fans, you want to get the live game stats before we do? If you had them, you know he made a free throw before we came back from break, so you might as well download the Engage Arkansas PBS app for your mobile device.
Davier's first free throw is good.
See what I did there?
I like what you did.
Nice spin move. The nimbleness of Davier.
He's a big kid, too.
He's big. We haven't had the first look at Andrew Chambly yet. Bring a little more size off the bench.
Second free throw's off the front of the rim, and Jonesboro's going to have it. 17-7 is our score. We're just underway here in the second quarter. Jonesboro, Richardson in the lane. Lost the hand on it. Diving on the floor, gets it back. Gives it over to Pointer. He puts it off the glass. No good. But with the follow and the kiss, it's Montgomery.
Yeah, a lot of the Maumelle defenders were already trying to get out on the fast break the other way. Didn't secure the basketball. Allowed the easy offensive rebound and stick back.
Maumelle working it right side is Raspberry. He misses the shot. Coming up with it was Richardson. Richardson kicks it left side. That's in the hands of Rouse for 3. No good. And coming down with it is Wade.
Maumelle trying to pick up the pace a bit. Kind of out of sorts in that first quarter offensively.
Daughtery goes up with the right hand. He's fouled, and he'll head to the free throw line to shoot 1.
That's big there. Nice drive. Attack the basket. Able to lay it in. It drew the harm.
Richardson was the one that was called for the foul. And that's his first personal foul. So Daughtery's free throw's up and good. It's a 9-point game, 19-10.
It's a big 3-point play. Jonesboro was starting to put a little distance, a little separation between them and Maumelle, but much needed 3-point play by Daughtery.
Isaac Harrell checks in for Jonesboro as Richardson's got it for the Hurricane. Harrell works around one defender, goes up with the left hand, he's fouled it. You can count the bucket.
You can do it. We can do it on this end as well. Bradley Richardson just using the left hand. Not a lot of contact there, but enough to draw the foul call. Chance to push this lead to 12.
So Richardson's going to be at the free throw line. That foul that time was on Daughtery. That's his first foul as the free throw's no good. Coming down with it was Davier on the rebound.
Rebounds 12 apiece before that one. Jonesboro doing a really nice job on the glass to hold their own against this much bigger and more physical Hornet team.
Raspberry trying to find somebody to get the basketball to. He's got Wade. Wade pulls up from 8 feet, knocks it down.
Job by Wade. Starting to see a little more fluidity for this Maumelle offense.
Pointer has the basketball, shuffles his feet, right side, gets it out over to Rouse. Rouse to Harrell. Now back top of the key, they go to Richardson. Spin move in the lane, he traveled.
Moving a little too quick. Officials say he took an extra step in there, which is not allowed. Some fans would chant, you can't do that.
And you don't like that. Yeah. Amarian Wilson checks in for Jonesboro.
They're free to speak their minds.
It's kind of like the wave in football.
Yeah. At least you're doing something there. Just the wave, cool. Yeah. Chanting you can't do that, not cool.
I don't know. Here's a spin move by Maumelle's Raspberry. He goes up, puts it up, and it won't fall, but he's going to head back to the free throw line.
You can see the aggressiveness there from Raspberry. A little frustrated that putback attempt didn't go, but uses his size, uses his strength, just takes the basketball away, draws the foul, but has a chance to get his first points at the foul line.
So Darvish Raspberry at the line. It's his first time at the line, and he knocks the first one down. Boy, Raspberry's he's been putting in work. He's 0 of 5 from the field. That's his first point of the ball game. Second shot's in and out, no good. Here comes Jonesboro as Amarian Wilson has it on the right wing. Wilson gives it off to Washington. Washington back to Harrell, now to Wilson. He swings it around, now here's Washington for three, and it hits the bottom of the net.
It's the second time we've seen Washington on that wing think about swinging the ball back to the top of the key, instead pull the trigger, and he's got 8.
Daughtery with the basketball. Has it on the right side, now we'll reverse course. We're under 5 to play here in the first half. Raspberry with it. Pulls up from just in front of the free throw line, is able to knock it down.
Finally gets one to go down for the 6'4" forward.
24-15, ball's deflected on the floor, picked up by Amarian Wilson. Left side they go to McBride. No, they give it off. That time it was into the hands of Pointer, and he's able to bank it off the glass. Now here comes Maumelle quickly, working nicely as Daughtery. It's 26-17.
Yeah, Maumelle took advantage of the Jonesboro offense that was huddled in the paint, quickly got down the floor for the easy lay-in.
Marion Wilson with the basketball. Goes right side in the hands of Washington. Washington trying to find a cutter, and now he gets it over to Wilson. Under 4 to play here in the first half. Wilson in the lane, and he got it to Pointer, but Pointer got fouled as he was going up, and he will head to the free throw line after the break. 3:50 left here in the first half. Jonesboro leads 26-17. You are watching the Centennial Bank State Basketball Championships on Arkansas PBS Sports.
Arkansas PBS offers the inspiration you need to do it yourself, with a wide variety of programs to satisfy the innovator in you. From sewing to gardening to home improvement and cooking, we have everything to fulfill your DIY needs. Tune in every Saturday for your fix of DIY programs, only on Arkansas PBS.
Hands up, let me see it, bounce, 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 bounce.
3:50 left first half, but coming up on the Arkansas PBS halftime show with Steve Sullivan. We're going to explore a legendary program in Little Rock under new direction and catch up with Keelan Harris of Parkview High School. All of that coming up on the Arkansas PBS halftime show.
So Cannon Pointer's going to be at the free throw line. He's got 2 shots. First one's up and good. That extends the lead back out to 10 for Jonesboro. Second shot's in the air, and it's good as well. So it's 28-17 as we've got 3:45 and counting. Daughtery from Maumelle. On the logo, had it stolen away, taken by Amarian Wilson. Goes to the right, that's out to Washington. He blows the layup, and it's now taken by Davier. Davier, left side, goes up with a left hand. He's fouled. He'll head to the free throw line to shoot 2.
Davier just muscles his way into the block, takes the big hit, can't finish, gets himself back to the foul line.
First free throw's up and good. For a big guy, he can really motor.
Yeah, he's got quick feet. You can see why college football scout coaches love it. You know, big guys, they're around all over the country, but big guys with big feet are rare.
Yeah.
It's quick feet.
Second shot's up and good. 9-point game. As Amarian Wilson brings it up, goes right side to McBride. Back down to Wilson on the right baseline. Pulls up from 10 feet. No good. Getting the rebound was Montgomery. He puts it back up and good.
Montgomery's done a really nice job off the bench. He's got 7.
For Maumelle, here's Denton. Back over to Davier. Going down low. Tried to find Raspberry, but it was stolen away. And taken by Montgomery. He lays it in.
Montgomery's listed as an either-or starter. Didn't get the nod today in the title game, but he's putting in work. Only 9 points.
Now here's Wade. Wade on the right baseline just got pickpocketed. And it's taken by Amarian Wilson. Wilson goes up, and it was blocked out of bounds. And we've got a whistle and a timeout going to be charged to Maumelle. I think Wilson was wanting a foul right here, but that was just a clean block.
Yep, nice job by Daughtery to get back with the refusal. Knocked out of bounds. Going to be Jonesboro basketball. It's their largest lead of the contest so far. It's 13. Nothing coming easy for Maumelle on the offensive end. Shooting just 20% from 3, 35% overall. Rebounding totals are even too. That's a big number. And Jonesboro is able to keep that going. They got a good chance for success.
You know, one thing that we've always known about Jonesboro teams, they play really good defense. And I think more than anything, that's what's is really doing Maumelle in right now is just how it's not so much that they're shooting lights out or anything. It's the fact they're playing extremely good defense.
Yeah, they're forcing Maumelle to uncomfortable situations. You look at the turnovers, already 9 for the Hornets. That's resulted in 8 points for Jonesboro. You take away those 8 points, it's a whole different ball game. But take care of the basketball, continue to crash the glass if you're the Hornets.
Here's the inbound by Amarian Wilson. He'll get it back from McBride, and Wilson will stand at the jump circle and let some time run down. Wilson, bounce pass, down low to McBride. He pulls up from 8 feet, and he's able to knock it in. It's 34-19.
Really nice backdoor cut there by McBride, and knocks down the mid-range jumper.
Ball's deflected out of bounds by Amarian Wilson as they were trying to get it into the hands of Caleb Thurman.
Hornets really need to get a run these final 2 minutes to get themselves back into this contest, have some momentum going into the second half.
Here's Thurman for 3 on the right corner. It's no good. Rebounds pulled in by Montgomery. Now here's McBride trying to go right side with it. It was safe from going out of bounds right into the hands of Raspberry. And working quickly goes Denton. Denton on the left baseline. Denton needs some help down low as he finds Thurman, who's able to bounce it off the glass.
Nice job by Caleb Thurman, but a great pass. Blocked the block to get the easy lay-in. Also got our first look out there at Connor Clark, 25 for Jonesboro. He's a UCA football signee. He'll play tight end for the Bears.
34-21. Here's a 3 by Washington. He knocks another one down. It's 37-21.
3 threes for Jesse Washington, and he's starting to feel it.
Smith with the basketball. Goes right side to Raspberry. Finds Davier down low, and he traveled. They threw it too high to where he couldn't really get his footing very well, and when he came down, just lost his balance.
Yep. Maumelle's got to put something together at halftime. This one's starting to slip away a little bit as Jonesboro's built a 16-point lead. Still a lot of basketball to be played, and we've seen Maumelle go off in spurts. Jonesboro's a really good team, really good defensive team.
Isaac Harrell just checked in for Devarius Montgomery as Amarian Wilson brings it up. Wilson, free throw line, stops, puts it up, no good. Coming down with it is Jonesboro. They retain possession until they throw it into the scorer's table.
What I think Jonesboro's doing the best job of is when they go for the rebound, they're not necessarily going to grab the basketball. They're almost tipping it to themselves, giving it away from the rest of the big bodies and long arms of Maumelle, giving themselves a better chance of pulling down an offensive board.
40 seconds to play. It's 37-21. as Jalen Smith's going to bring it up for Maumelle. Smith bounce pass, left side, then nice kick out to Daughtery for three, in and out, no good. Nice rebound by Thurman, but they're going to call an offensive or a player control foul as they say he went over the back.
I thought he might have went straight up on that one. I'll have to take a look at the replay. Didn't see a lot of contact. Maybe the official saw something different from his angle.
Here's the replay right here.
Yeah, there's some contact there. That was a good call. Went through the defensive player, Amarian Wilson. He was correct. I was wrong.
Here's McBride. McBride in the jump circle. Goes back to Amarian Wilson on the top. Wilson, 2 seconds. Going to put up a shot. Doesn't go, and that's going to do it.
16-point lead at the break. The Maumelle crowd wanted an over-the-back call there. Not going to get it. And the Hornets have a lot of work to do after halftime if they want to get back in this one against the Hurricane.
37-21, Jonesboro. They lead the 5A Boys State Championship game. You're watching the Centennial Bank State Basketball Championship on Arkansas PBS Sports.
Now, more than ever, community is important. Local schools, businesses, and charities are in need of support. Each one of us can make a difference. When you volunteer, give, shop locally, or simply participate, you help support and grow your community. It makes us all stronger when we all are involved. I'm Susie Everett with Everett Buick GMC. We're proud to be a part of this wonderful community and want to encourage each of you to be involved in yours.
Hello and welcome to the Arkansas PBS Sports Halftime Show. I'm Steve Sullivan here at the Arkansas Sports Hall of Fame in North Little Rock. We'll take you back to that action at Bank OZK Arena in just a bit. But first, a story about Little Rock Parkview, which has a storied past of basketball coaches like Hall of Famer Al Flanagan and players like Derek Fisher, who have gone on to become legends of the program. They now have a head coach with his own celebrated past who's trying to create a new winning tradition for the Parkview Patriots. Take a look.
Let's go, man. Who's there? Right here, right here, right here. Good job, Carson. Run with it, Ryan. Ooh, watch the feet. Here we go. Here we go. Come on. Coming behind you, Darius. Behind you, Darius.
I was just saying, at halftime, we just need to emphasize what we're trying
I need you ready to go when you bring your back on defense. You ain't gonna run back on defense. We just play the young guys and get our ass kicked. When you gonna wake up? Y'all gonna wake up when the season over? We got one half. If you ain't gonna put it all on the line, you coming over there to sit with me.
Who is Scotty Thurman?
One on the shot clock. Thurman beat it. Oh! He got it! Three-pointer! Here is the play of the game. Scotty goes up, realizes Lang a great shot blocker. Look at the arch on that, and there's the zero, and right down through the hoop.
You all right? Yeah. You saw it? Yeah. You see it?
Okay. First and foremost, a guy of faith, family. One of the things I did when I first got here was I had a meeting with all of the teachers. I invited teachers to, I think I titled it Breakfast with the Head Coach. And I just explained to them about what my beliefs were in running the program and also get them to understand who I am in terms of the things that I stand for. And the first thing that I told them was that at the end of the day, all you guys are assistant coaches. So if one of my kids are not doing what they should be doing, then he's probably not going to play. Just non-negotiable. I don't care if you're the best player to the last guy on the bench. If you're not doing what you should be doing in the classroom, you're going to sit.
Did you go up that SIP yesterday? Yesterday? Well, I told you to go before the game. You forgot that? When did you go? I did. Yep. So how'd you get minutes if you didn't go? So you never went? Okay, so that means you still got today, I think. Where is it on your phone? Your phone on? Let's see what we got. So, yeah, this is what I need you to do right now. I need you to go to the library, go see Miss Green. You know Miss Green? Introduce yourself. And then tell her you're coming tomorrow to see Mr. Show, but then you also got to figure out if she can help you figure out when you can get the other 50 minutes. You got me? Can you remember that? You sure?
Go right now?
Yeah. So when you come back, you're gonna be able to give me a response to that? You sure? You positive?
Yes, sir.
All right. Nobody has been successful in life only because of their high school years. So I feel like it's my job to prepare them in high school so that when they get to college, they'll understand that this is part of it. You know, when I sit down at night, it's not time for just video games. It's not time for just television. You've got to do your work, get your work done, so when you come to school tomorrow, you're already prepared. And that's really what I try to teach, preparation. Yo, you got to see now. Come on, push it, push it. That's the pace we want, though. 65% of my student athletes are honor roll students. We had 60% the first 9 weeks, so we went up 5%. My goal is to try to get it to hopefully 100 if at all possible. And what I've noticed is that they're competing now. You know, they're talking about it because I'm talking about it. And kids show up, hey, coach, I want you to see my report card. They text me pictures of it. They see me in the classroom. Sometimes I'll go sit in classes. Sometimes I'll just walk by the class and peep through so that they know that I'm circling around the building, and at the end of the day, if I see that you're not attentive or you sleep or you're not paying attention, then we're gonna have a problem when you come see me at 4th block. We'll go back out here this half. I'm looking to see some fight the first 3-4 minutes. The guys that aren't fighting are the guys that will be sitting. The bottom line I want to instill is don't just be one-dimensional. Don't just be a basketball player. Don't just be identified as being an athlete. Be more than that. You know, athlete is maybe what you do, but it's not all that you are. And just really try to work on being a well-rounded person. So what time you go in the morning? You put it in your calendar already? Can you get there at 7:45? Your mom know? When? All right, go ahead and tell her right now.
Scotty Thurman and his staff are working hard to develop well-rounded young men on and off the court. We wish them much success. Speaking of well-rounded young men, our own RJ Hawk had the chance to catch up with Keelan Harris with the Little Rock Parkview Patriots. RJ, take it away.
Thanks so much. Boy, I'm telling you what, I am looking forward to this interview right here because it's Parkview's own Keelan Harris joining us here. And Keelan, thanks for joining us. What a season you guys are having. It's been a lot of fun so far, right?
Yes, sir, it has.
Let me ask you, like, I've kind of asked everybody at this point, but it's been different for everyone. What's it been like for you getting ready for this year with the pandemic and, you know, not knowing if you're going to get to play your next game?
It's been a lot of ups and downs for us. I mean, we didn't had some games where we didn't win on a winning streak, and then we had to quarantine, then we had to come back, you know, try to get back in the same shape we was. So it's just been a different environment for us this year.
Your head coach is Scotty Thurman, former Razorback great, and everybody knows his story. But what's it like playing for a guy like that he was on the Arkansas National Championship team, has played at the highest level? What's it like playing for a guy like that?
Coach Thurman, he always puts us in the best position to win. You know, he has collegiate level knowledge, so he always he just puts us in the best position to win. And then he always preaches defense first, and that's how we've been so successful this year, just by playing good defense.
What do you think the best part of your game is? Is it defense? Is it shoot? What do you think the best part of your game is?
I think the best part of my game would be just to facilitate and just to get my teammates going and just get them in rhythm by playing point guard.
You know, I was looking, you guys only have 2 seniors on your team, fairly young team. Is it sometimes hard, you being one of the seniors, to kind of get some of those younger guys to come around with the way things need to be going?
I don't think it's been hard because they listen a lot, so they bought into what coaches been telling them, and they listen to me and the other senior, Corn. They listen to us fairly well, so it hasn't really been hard with them.
I know that you're talented enough to play at the next level. If for some reason you're not able to go play basketball at the collegiate level, what do you want to do when you get out of high school?
I definitely further my career going to college, and just most likely, if I go to college, I'll major in business administration. That's something I've been looking into.
Right. You any type of business you're wanting to start up?
Shoe business, because I'm really into shoes, so that would be something I'll start up.
Well, good stuff, buddy. Well, I'm looking forward to watching your career as you move forward through life, and we appreciate the time, and best of luck the rest of the way.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Guys, we got a future entrepreneur on our hands right here at Little Rock Parkview. We're going to send it back to you at the Arkansas Sports Hall of Fame.
Thanks, RJ and Keelan. Always great to hear about students doing well both on and off the court. And to keep up with what's happening during all these championship games and to get programming updates from Arkansas PBS, just log on to the new Engage app. You can download the app at the App Store or on Google Play. That's going to do it for our halftime show. Let's get you back to the Bank OZK Arena for the second half of the Boys 5A Championship on your home for the high school state basketball finals, Arkansas PBS.
Everybody's made it out of their halftime locker rooms, and we're just about set and ready to go. It's 37-21. Maumelle trails Jonesboro in the 5A Boys State Championship game. We'll check out those first half highlights from that game, and we saw a lot of Jonesboro in that one. But really, when you look at it, Maumelle, when they had chances and didn't have Jonesboro all in their face, they made plays.
Yeah, the problem is Jonesboro continues to be in their face. Talking at the half, what Maumelle's tried to do is really force it inside, but there's been no easy looks for the Hornets. Jonesboro's been collapsing quickly, and they have just enough size and length to get a hand on a pass, alter a shot, and Maumelle really hasn't been to settle in as they've missed 13 of their first 20 attempts.
Let's check out the first half first half stats, from this contest. And overall, Bobby, Jonesboro shooting 44%, Maumelle 35%. Look at that three-point shooting range, though. Maumelle 1 of 7 and Jonesboro 5 of 12.
Yeah, you could point to the three-point line, and the turnovers and the points off of them are the two biggest discrepancies. And you add up all those points, and that's why Jonesboro has a 16-point lead with just 16 minutes of game action remaining.
Once again, a number that I like to go back to, though, is those rebounds, 18-14 in favor of Jonesboro now.
Yeah, Jonesboro's done a really nice job of tapping the ball out, tapping it away from the Maumelle players, giving themselves some second chance opportunities.
Leading the way right now for Maumelle, you've got three guys, and Davier, Wade, and Daughtery all have 5 points. For Jonesboro, it's Washington with 11. Montgomery's got 9, and then Harrell and Pointer both have 6 points apiece.
One really, really impressive stat, 8 offensive rebounds in that first half for Jonesboro, 14 second chance points, but almost all but one time they've got an offensive rebound, they've been able to put it back up and in.
So we're just about set and ready to go for the second half of action as Jonesboro will have the basketball. We've had some exciting games all day today. We'll recap those here in a little bit, but it's been a fun championship game, or really 3 days of championship games here in Hot Springs.
The final second half of the weekend.
Here's Marion Wilson on the right wing. Wilson gives it off over to McBride, and he tries to put up a shot that was blocked and taken by Wade. Wade in the front court to Davier. Goes right side to Raspberry for 3. It's good. And they open the scoring here in the second half.
Great start for Maumelle on both ends of the floor. They get a stop, a quick 3 in transition. They cut it to 13.
Marion Wilson has the basketball.
Don't have to get all the way back in 2 or 3 minutes if you're the Hornets. Just continue to chip away. Get it to 6, maybe 8 after the quarter. Another turnover forced.
This time by Davier. Davier works the ball in the front court. Nice ball handling skills. And we've got a charge on Davier. You kind of saw that one coming. I mean, he lowered his shoulder when he was coming in and just bowled him over.
Yeah, he's a little reckless there, and Coach Shook didn't like it, but you could see that was a flop. That's a pretty big flop by Kayvon Pointer, but he got the benefit of the call. He started to go down before the contact was really made.
Marion Wilson has the basketball. Bounce pass down low. As Pointer puts up the shot, he's fouled. And Davier was the one that got called with the foul, and that would be his 3rd personal foul, and he'll head towards the bench.
That's tough for him. Picks up 2 fouls in the span of about 15 seconds.
Free throws up and good, and checking in the ball game for Maumelle will be Caleb Thurman. Second shot's up and good. It's 39-24 with 6:44 to play in the third.
Now we'll have to see what Maumelle's game plan is with Davier on the bench with 3.
Pass goes down low to Wade. He goes up with the right hand. It's good. You're starting to see a more finesse game out of Maumelle as they're working the ball to the outside, going back in, and really kind of shielding defenders.
Yeah, that time they saw they had the size advantage between the guards with Wade. But back the other way, Wilson uses the glass and puts one in.
It's 41-26. Here comes Wade as Jonesboro picks up the pressure in the backcourt. Ball was deflected. They go right side to Denton. Denton's going to pull up just in front of the three-point line, and he knocks it down.
Nice job by Denton. Used the ball fake, got some separation, knocked down the mid-range jumper.
Jonesboro with the ball as they go left side. That's over to Pointer. Pointer in the lane, puts up a shot. No good. Maumelle comes down with it. And bringing it up court is Denton. Denton on the right wing. Turnaround by Raspberry. No good. Rebounds pulled in by Jonesboro as Jesse Washington pulls it down.
Decent look there from Raspberry from the right elbow. He just hasn't been able to get his shot working. 2 of 8 from the field.
Marion Wilson with the basketball. Goes left side. That's in the hands of Harrell for 3. It's no good. Rebounds pulled in by Thurman for Maumelle.
Harrell was hot in the first quarter. Knocked down 2 quick threes. He's been silenced since. Good luck.
Here's Daughtery. Puts up the shot. It's good. It's an 11-point game. 5 minutes to play here in the third. Whistle, ball goes out of bounds, and it's going with Maumelle.
It's a big sequence there for Maumelle. Get a quick bucket. You've got 4 straight points. Force a turnover. Now you've got a chance to get back within single digits.
Les Swift was not happy that there was no foul call or anything because there was a player going into the bench. Here's Daughtery on the wing. Ball goes out of bounds, deflected.
Nope,
and
it's threw it out of bounds.
Yeah, no, he was trying to get into the hands of Wade, and it went out of bounds with 4:47 to play in the third.
Maumelle likes the matchup of Wade, the guard, posting up Wilson, the smaller guard for Jonesboro. Look for that matchup. Try to take advantage of that as they force another turnover here in this third quarter.
Now here comes Raspberry working quickly in the front court. Raspberry trying to find somebody to get the ball to. Finds Denton, pulls up for 3. Money!
Big three-pointer for Denton. He's got 6. The 7-0 run, and all of a sudden it's an 8-point game.
41-33, 4:15 to play in the third.
Maumelle crowd really getting back into it.
Here's Wilson. Wilson has the ball deflected away. Wilson in the lane, puts it up, gives it off to Pointer. He knocks it down. Back to a 10-point game.
Nice job by Wilson to penetrate that defense, draw a defender, and dish it off to a wide open Pointer.
Works it right side to Raspberry. Raspberry going down low, puts up the shot, and rolls in.
Things starting to go for Raspberry. He's got 8 points.
Here's the pass down to Harrell. Underneath the basket, works it back left side. Will slow things down to Washington. Back over to Wilson. Wade's putting a lot of pressure on Wilson. Goes back to McBride, swings it right side to Harrell. Washington with the basketball. Down to 3:13 to play in the third quarter. Nice drive by Washington.
A little too easy there for the Maumelle defense. It's allowed Washington to drive right down the middle of the lane uncontested.
They work it right side into the hands of Raspberry. Raspberry spin, turn around, no good. Harrell comes down with the rebound for Jonesboro.
You tell Raspberry really trying to take over this game offensively for the Hornets. Still struggling to get the offense working. 3 of 10 from the field now.
Wilson into the front court, goes left side to Pointer. Bounce pass to Wilson. Trying to work down the low post. Gives it back to Harrell. He'll pull up from 10 feet. No good. Rebounds pulled in by Thurman. 2:21 and counting here in the third quarter. As there's a bounce pass, it goes left side to Denton. Denton going to drive the baseline. Nice pass to Thurman. He's able to knock it in.
Good look there from Denton to Thurman, cutting to the basket, and they're within 8.
45-37 as we're under 2 minutes to play now. Wilson in front of the scorer's table. Bounce pass. Trying to go with a little give and go. Maumelle defense is picked up here in the second half. Here's McBride in the lane with the left hand. Can't get it to go. Raspberry pulls down the rebound as he gets it off to Denton.
Up and down affair. We haven't had a dead ball stoppage in almost 3 or 4 minutes.
Denton drives the lane, puts up the shot, doesn't go. And we've got a whistle and a foul. See what the call is real quick.
I think they're going to get Harrell with the block.
Yep. They're going to say it's on Harrell, and that's going to take us to a media timeout. 45-37. Jonesboro on top, a minute 28. And you're watching the Centennial Bank State Basketball Championships on Arkansas PBS Sports.
Broadcast of this championship game is made possible by
the Cherokee Nation, our people, our culture, our history, our future. To learn more, go to visitcherokeenation.com and say hello to the Cherokee Nation.
The Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas. Over 2,500 team members across 17 local electric distribution co-ops, powering homes, farms, and industries somewhere across Arkansas. We are the Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas. Power and people.
John's Honda, your hometown dealer for sales and service of Honda motorcycles, ATVs, Honda generators, and Honda lawnmowers. Family owned and operated since 1967, John's Honda offers factory-certified technicians and experienced sales staff.
Farmers and Merchants Bank and the Bank of Fayetteville share the mission of Arkansas PBS to enrich and empower all Arkansans. Community, dignity, respect. That's what Me Banking is all about. More at mebanking.com.
For a copy of any of the state championship games, it's easy. Go to mmproductions.net, click some buttons, place your order, watch on repeat.
And maybe Mason will give you his email address so you can contact him throughout the year.
I doubt it. Not for me, at least. I mean, you guys, he might. You guys at home.
Yes, 40.
He doesn't want to hear from me. He hears from me enough.
At the free throw line is Josh Denton. First free throw's good. Well, you got to like the intensity, Bobby, of this Maumelle team out of the second half locker room. I mean, this looks like a totally different team than what we saw in the first half.
Yeah, and they've done a lot of this with Davier on the bench with 3 fouls.
Second free throw is up and good. It's a 6-point lead and got a whistle and
an offensive foul.
Yeah.
John Paul Pickens called for an away from the ball infraction. So now it's a 6-point game for the first time since way back in the first quarter. Davier is back out there with 3 fouls.
He checked in during the media timeout. And here's Denton back to Thurman. Swing it left side. Now to Daughtery. He pulls up. And it's an air ball, but it's taken in, though, by Smith, and he's able to knock it in.
Nice job by Smith. He was outsized down on the block, but able to power up. And we have a 4-point game.
Richardson for Jonesboro has the basketball.
13-4 run for the Hornets.
Richardson goes right side. And the ball's on the floor. Maumelle comes up with it. Thurman's got it. It's off to Denton on the wing. Denton gonna drive baseline, put up the shot, it's good.
Great hesitation play by Denton. The defender thought he might pull the 3-pointer, blows by and gets the lay-in.
It's a 2-point game with 35 seconds to play in the third. Richardson goes left side to McBride. This crowd is on their feet here at Bank OZK Arena. With the basketball is Pickens, and we've got a whistle and a foul away from the basketball. They're going to call Denton with the foul.
22-8 in this quarter. I made the comment that Maumelle didn't need to worry about getting it all back at once. They're a defensive stop and a bucket away from doing so.
Raspberry checks in the ball game for Maumelle. Inbounding it for Jonesboro is going to be Richardson. Here's a play. We've got a jump ball. It's going up with it was Pointer.
A great job defensively. Let's get a hand on the basketball, and the Hornets do have a chance to tie or maybe take the lead and completely erase a 16-point halftime deficit here in the third quarter.
Checking in for Jonesboro is going to be Ryan Rouse. He'll come in for Keelan Mcbride. So here comes Maumelle, down by 2 points with 12 seconds to play in the third. Daughtery gives it off to Raspberry, saves it from going over the midcourt stripe. Down to 5 seconds. Smith to Thurman, and we've got an offensive foul.
Yep. A little out of control, a lot of contact there, and they're going to get Jalen Smith with the offensive foul.
0.7 seconds left in the third. Here it is, and the shot is no good. And that's going to do it for the third quarter of play. Well, we talked about getting that popcorn ready in the beginning of the broadcast. You better get that thing ready right now. We're headed to the fourth quarter. It's 45-43 Jonesboro, and you're watching the Centennial Bank State Basketball Championships on Arkansas PBS Sports.
For every moment, for every memory, from that first car to your first home, to your first child, and all the highs and lows that tomorrow might bring. For everything that matters most to you and your family, there's someone right around the corner dedicated to helping you protect what you love. Your local Farm Bureau Insurance agent. Farm Bureau Insurance. Real service, real people.
Without you, Arkansas PBS Sports would not be possible. So consider becoming a member to support Arkansas high school sports today. You can do so. Just visit myarkansaspbs.org.
Bobby, look at this crowd.
They're pumped up.
They have come alive. Maumelle looking for their very first state championship game win, and Jonesboro trying to get their 14th.
22-8 was the advantage in that third quarter for Maumelle.
Here's Wilson. Has the ball over the right side into Montgomery's hands. Back to Wilson. Mcbride with it now. Mcbride will swing it left side. Get it over to Washington. Washington going to drive the lane, come up from the free throw line, knock it down.
Nice job by Washington. He had 11 in the first half, been pretty quiet here in the second. Pulls up, knocks down the 15-footer.
Boy, he put his defender on skates that time, and it's 47-43. Here's Daughtery. Goes left side to Denton. He'll pull up for three. It's too hard. Coming down with it is Jonesboro. Wilson with the basketball. Wilson, free throw line, goes to the lane, gets it down low, and we've got a whistle and a travel.
Another forced turnover. Jonesboro's really clean with the basketball early on, but now they're up to 9 miscues, resulting in 8 points.
Daughtery in the front court with the basketball. Goes top of the key out to Raspberry. Raspberry looking to drive, lost the handle on it, taken by Jonesboro.
Trying to do a little too much there was Raspberry. That one knocked away.
6:40 and counting left in this one. As Wilson slowly walking the ball in the front court. Goes left side with it to Pointer. He'll go baseline. Kicks it back out top side to Washington. Now here's Wilson in the lane. He'll stop and pop. Off the mark. Coming down with us, Wilson. He backs it off the glass. It's good.
Yeah, a lot of arms batting that one around, and Wilson was just right there. Had to come directly to him. He got the easy finish.
Working quickly is Wade, and he's going to go up. You can count the bucket, and he's fouled. They're going to call a blocking foul on Wilson.
There's a big response there for Wade. Drives the lane, makes the contact, able to finish.
So Riley Wade at the free throw line, trying to cut into this lead. Shot's good. It's a 3-point game with under 6 to play.
Wade now leads all scorers for Maumelle with 12.
Bounce pass goes top the key to Pointer. Pointer drives the lane with a reverse right hand. It doesn't go. Raspberry pulls it in. And now bringing it up is going to be Daughtery. Daughtery on the right side. Going to pull up for 3. In and out, no good. Coming down with the rebound was Montgomery. Giving it off to McBride. He'll go up with the left hand, and it rattles home.
Nice job by Kaylan Mcbride. Attack the defense, finish with the left.
Carl Daughtery now with 5:12 to play in the ball game. 51-46. Bounce pass to Raspberry. High post, turnaround, knocks it down. Raspberry's a heck of a player. He's got size, and he can work his feet pretty good in the lane.
Yep, he's up to 10 points now, 4 of 11 from the field. Also has 6 rebounds.
Marion Wilson with the basketball for Jonesboro. Giving it off to Pointer, now left side to Washington. Washington driving left baseline. Low post, left side. Lost the handle on it was Wade. Now they're going to clear it back down. Excuse me, that was McBride. Now over to Montgomery. Now here's the 3 by McBride. He sinks in the bottom of the net.
I was thinking when he let that one go, that was a quick trigger. But he stepped into that with confidence and knocks down a big 3-pointer and pushes that lead back to 6.
54-48. We got a timeout on the floor. Charge to Maumelle.
Full timeout.
That's actually going to be charged to Jonesboro. 4:13 to play in the ball game. Well, that 3-pointer was nice. Bobby, it's been a fun day of basketball here at the arena. We started the day with Harrison and Farmington. That was the 4A girls. Then we had Morrilton and Mills, which was probably, up until now, probably one of the best games of the weekend.
Yeah, it was really good up and down. The largest lead for either team in that contest was 6 points, but Mills made just enough plays down the stretch to give them another championship. Coach Cooper really got an amazing program going on over at Mills.
And then right before this ball game was the Jonesboro girls taking on West Memphis, and Jonesboro pulled out another state championship. And so this is the final game of the night. We've got 4:13 to play.
Jonesboro going for the double dip. Hasn't happened yet this year. Mayflower had a chance to do so, couldn't complete the sweep. See if the Hurricane can as they force a turnover.
Smith had it knocked out of his hand, and bringing it up for Jonesboro now is going to be Washington. Washington goes left side in the hands of Richardson. He gets it down low and trying to get it off to Montgomery. And Montgomery had it knocked out, but he was fouled. And so he'll head to the free throw line to shoot 2. And that'll take us to a media timeout. 3:52 to play in this one. Jonesboro 54, Maumelle 48. You're watching the Centennial Bank State Basketball Championships on Arkansas PBS Sports.
Thanks, George. Appreciate it. At Big Red Stores, we're always proud to sponsor, support, and partner up with many events and activities throughout the community. Among them, high school championships throughout the state of Arkansas. At Big Red Stores, our team members are always ready to assist you to make your visit with us a pleasant one. And at Big Red Stores, we recognize that none of our support or ability to serve the community is possible without you. That's why at Big Red Stores, you're always the MVP of the Big Red team. Big Red Stores, now more convenient than ever.
Our fight against coronavirus isn't over. Let's wear face masks in public. Stay 6 feet or more from others. Follow state and local guidelines. And wash our hands frequently. Let's move forward together. Learn more at coronavirus.gov.
Is now in session.
Experience the action all over again next week. You can watch all 12 of the championship games. Just go to youtube.com/ArkansasPBS. It's a good way to kill some time at work.
Go back and watch all the championship games?
Yeah.
You got March Madness going on and watching championship action.
Women's NCAA tournament starts this week. Arkansas plays on Monday, I believe it is.
Would you call it the best time of the year?
It's close.
The first free throw is no good.
It's very
I mean, with all the sports going on.
Yeah. Got baseball starting up, spring training, college baseball well underway.
By the way, the Razorbacks play at 5:30 tomorrow, as the second free throw is no good, so he missed a pair.
Big break for the Hornets there. See if they can capitalize. Get this one back to within 4.
Raspberry with the basketball. Bounce pass down low, goes to Denton. High off the glass, no good. Gets a rebound. Now he kicks it out to Smith. Thought about a 3. Then goes back over to Raspberry right side. And then back to Smith. Now Denton. Here's Smith for 3. It rattles home.
Jalen Smith's been pretty quiet, but he's got 5 points in the second half, and he's got a 3-point game.
That was a big bucket right there. As now Richardson's got it. We've got a timeout. It'll be a full timeout charged to West Swift over at Jonesboro.
Been a lot of Maumelle this half, but Jonesboro's done just enough to keep the lead. Got to remember, they started this second half with a 16-point advantage. But chipping away in a monster third quarter from the Hornets. They got as close as 2. Currently trailing by 3.
So far in the second half, Maumelle has outscored Jonesboro 30-17 in the second half.
Yep, that's how you erase a big gap. See if they can get all the way back. Now Maumelle shooting over 50% from the floor. They've taken the rebound advantage. Started to knock down some shots from distance. 9 of 12 from the foul line.
It's 54-51. Jonesboro on top of Maumelle with 3:14 to play in this one.
Only 24 seconds in this entire game has Jonesboro not been ahead. It was nothing for 24 seconds, and Jonesboro's been out in front for the duration.
You know, we were talking about Maumelle in the pregame about their size and the speed of Jonesboro, but I've really been impressed with the speed of Maumelle.
Yep.
You know, because normally you don't see guys that big able to run, and Maumelle's got guys that can scoot.
Yep. And Maumelle's had to make some adjustments on the fly. Davier hasn't played much in this second half. Some of that has to do with foul trouble, and some of that had to do with the success that the Hornets had when he was on the bench. You know, why mess with a thing that's working?
So Jonesboro's Richardson has it in the front court. Richardson, bounce pass down low, stolen away by Maumelle. Here come the Hornets, bouncing off the glass, no good. That was, it's like Pointer who came down with it, but Maumelle gets it right back. Here's Smith. We've got a whistle and a jump ball, and the possession arrow is going to stay in favor of Maumelle.
A lot of frantic plays in the backcourt there. Thought we had a couple fouls, a missed layup, turnover. Thought they might have got the Jonesboro player out of bounds as he tried to get the tie up.
Here's Smith going left baseline. Down to Raspberry, off the glass, too hard. Ball's on the floor. Who's going to come up with it? We've got a whistle and a foul.
Still not to the bonus yet. That's going to be 16 fouls on Maumelle, so the next one should send the Hurricane to the foul line.
Checking in the ball game for Jonesboro is going to be Amarian Wilson. He'll come in for Bradley Richardson.
Only 3 team fouls on Jonesboro, so Maumelle nowhere close to going to the foul line themselves, at least because of the bonus.
Inbounding is going to be Washington. He gets it into Pointer. But bringing it up is going to be Wilson. Wilson being dogged heavily by Wade.
Wade's really good on-ball defender.
And now we've got a whistle and a foul on Wade.
I'm going to say that Wade got him literally upside the head.
If you notice Amarian Wilson, when he's dribbling, he's kind of swatting down at Wade to kind of get him off of him. You almost think that could be a foul if he does it too much and makes contact.
Trying to create a little separation for himself. A little hand fighting.
Free throws up and good. It's a 4-point game.
Yeah, that would be a blow to the forehead there. Good call.
.224 to play in this one. Wilson's second shot. It's good. Checking back in the ball game for Jonesboro is going to be Bradley Richardson.
Wilson has 6. That's important. Free throws haven't been a factor early up to this point. They're going to be huge in the final 2.5 minutes.
Now here's Smith with the basketball. He'll have it on the wing, works it down low. Into the hands of Wade. Now over to Daugherty, puts up a shot, no good. Rebounds pulled back down by Pointer.
Really good job there, but Devarius Montgomery got the block shot. What looked like it was going to be an easy layup, turned it away.
Got a whistle and a timeout charge to Jonesboro, and it'll be a 30-second timeout. Wes Swift making sure that his guys are properly set and using those timeouts as early and often as possible.
He's done a great job with his program in Jonesboro. They're a mainstay here in Hot Springs. They know how to work it all the way through the bracket. Of course, they play one of the toughest schedules in the state. 5A is always so good. The Little Rock schools, the schools from the east side of the state.
Well, you think back to that 5A tournament this year. I mean, just the play of Parkview and Maumelle and Jonesboro. And, I mean, that entire state tournament, that was worth the price of admission in itself just to go see all those teams play.
Yeah. They were all in Hot Springs last week. Really good games, really good contests. Sylvan Hills, didn't even mention them.
Yeah.
A lot of really good teams, but these two survived and advanced. And one of them's going to get a plaque with some gold lettering on it.
Oh, here's the inbound from Wilson. Go bounce pass inside to Pointer. Wilson at the free throw line.
Again, there's no shot clock, so Jonesboro can try to bleed some time here. That's going to be a push-off.
Yeah. You knew that one was coming because
he extended the arm.
Yeah, well, as soon as he did, that was an easy call. Now checking in the ball game for Jonesboro, or excuse me, for Maumelle is going to be Nico Davier.
Yeah. Got his hand on the rib cage, extended. Might have been a little bit of acting, but you've got to sell that if you're on defense. He does. Gets the call.
Now here's Denton, 5-point game, minute 33 and counting. Raspberry has it left side. Raspberry bounce pass to Denton. He's able to bounce it off the glass. Pull within 3.
Really nice assist there for Raspberry. All the defense is going to converge on him as he's usually their leading scorer, their leader on the floor, but great look to find Denton.
Pointer on the left side. Gonna find Rouse, and we've got a whistle.
I think they're going to get Wade for trying to fight through the screen, which should send Ryan Rouse to the foul line for the 1-and-1.
I'd like to see a replay of that because I thought Rouse kind of got bumped into it. I mean, yeah, we didn't have an angle on that one, but I mean, Rouse almost looked like he ran into him. Checking in the ball game for Jonesboro is going to be John Paul Pickens.
Still the 1-and-1 here for Rouse. Has not scored today.
Free throws up and no good. That's a big miss for Jonesboro. As Daugherty's got it, it's a 3-point game under a minute to play.
Don't have to settle for a 3. Try to drive in the paint, see if you can get an easy bucket.
Daugherty working both sides of the court. Now gives it off to Davier. Back to Daugherty. They go to Denton. Now to Davier. Davier with the right hand, and it's going to roll. He kissed every part of the rim, and we've got a 1-point game.
Maumelle takes the quick timeout. Davier, who has not scored in the second half until just now, battling foul trouble all evening long, but gets the friendly shooter's roll. Hornets take the timeout. It's exactly how you want to draw it up. 34 seconds left and a 1-point contest.
You know, if the Earth's axis is at a different plane, that ball rolls off the left side of the rim.
Sure.
He got a sweet kiss and a friendly hometown roll right there.
Not much has gone Maumelle's way in the paint. They've really struggled to get some clean looks thanks to the Jonesboro defense. Davier able to roll that one in.
So if you're Jonesboro right now, Bobby, with 34.6 seconds, what's Wes Swift telling those guys?
The first thing you got to do, you've got to get it in. You know Maumelle's going to go full court pressure. Ideally, you get it into your either best ball handler or your best free throw shooter, depending on how quickly Maumelle is going to give up the foul. Be wary of the run and jump, which is try to create a turnover. Once they cross half court, you know Maumelle's going to have to give up the foul. And so make sure you got your best free throw shooter handy to get him the basketball.
And on the day so far, Washington has been the best free throw shooter. He's 3 of 5 on the day. Overall, your best free throw shooter on the season has been Keelan Mcbride, who's an 84% free throw shooter.
McBride's number 3. He is going to be near the top of your screen by the scorer's table.
Inbound pass comes in. They get it off.
Run out.
Out to Richardson. Richardson puts it up. He's fouled. The bucket doesn't go.
Not a bad foul there for Smith. They got beat deep. Smith able to hustle back, alter the lane attempt, make him earn at the foul line, and more importantly, it stops the clock.
Boy, well, coming off is Jalen Smith. He's kind of holding the back of his leg. He may have pulled a hamstring.
So he's going to exit. Couple substitutions coming in for the Hornets. A little more size to secure the rebound here. Would there be a miss?
Checking in the ball game for Maumelle is going to be Darvish Raspberry. So you've got Richardson shooting 2 shots at the free throw line. First one's up and good.
So either way for Maumelle, even a miss, still a 1-possession game. Still enough time, in my opinion. You can still go for the 2. Don't have to settle for a 3.
Second shot's up and no good. No good. Davier comes down with it. We got a 2-point ball game. As we've got a whistle and a foul. That foul's going to be charged to Richardson.
Only 5 team fouls now on Jonesboro, so not a terrible situation there for the Hurricane. They still have 1 to give before it would put the Hornets on the foul line.
Tavarius Montgomery checks in for Jonesboro, as well as Ryan Rouse. 20.7 seconds to play.
Maumelle's going to call a timeout to think about it.
Boy, that's a big miss in that free throw, because now a bucket will tie this ball game.
Yep, and the 3-pointer could beat you. That's why free throws are so big. Jonesboro only 60% tonight, 9 of 15. Maumelle a little better at 75%, 9 of 12. We've had some success going to the basket. Maumelle of late, especially in this fourth quarter, I'd maybe look for Riley Wade, see if they can post him up. They had some success early in this second half, trying to post up a smaller guard from Jonesboro. Wouldn't be a terrible idea in my poor man's opinion. Give that another go.
57-55, Jonesboro on top of Maumelle. 20.7 seconds. Okay, both teams are going to break the huddle. Jonesboro with the basketball. Look at that Hornet crowd.
They're on their feet. The Hurricane crowd behind us, they're on their feet. They're hoping to complete the sweep of the 5A championships. And you knew the last game of the weekend, game number 12, it's going to go down the wire.
Yeah.
And I'd have it no other way. Most of the games this weekend have been highly contested until the fourth period. I'm not sure we had really one that was even out of hand.
No.
At least going into the fourth quarter.
Okay, Maumelle inbound to Davier. As Wade's going to handle it now, down to 15 seconds.
Got to go early enough in case you miss. For Maumelle, give yourself a chance at an offensive rebound.
Raspberry on the right side. Raspberry's going to put up a shot. Denton's right there, but he got fouled.
That's Raspberry. Got hit on the arm, so he's got a chance to tie it at the foul line with 5.5 left. I like how early they went, though, because they were going to able to have a chance to get a rebound. Did get that air ball, but Raspberry drew the foul.
Raspberry is 1 of 2 from the free throw line. First one's good. It's a 1-point game. And now we've got a timeout charge to Jonesboro and West Swift.
I like the idea here for Jonesboro and West Swift. They called the timeout, 1, to ice the shooter, but 2, you don't have to take a timeout after the free throw. You kind of set up your offense, and you can push the ball up the floor. Hopefully that Maumelle doesn't get their defense set, but of course the Hornets, if they make this one, might call a timeout afterwards to set their defense.
5.5 seconds remain. It's a 1-point game. Maumelle's at the line to shoot 1.
You see bottom right corner, the arrow does point to Jonesboro. Should that come into play?
I still, going back to it, the play of Maumelle in the second half, they have scored 35 points in the second half. Jonesboro's only scored 20.
That third quarter was the difference, 22-8 in that 8-minute stretch. As good as Jonesboro was, really in the first quarter and a half, they were able to extend that lead up to 16. Hurricane led by that margin, but they've slowly watched that lead trickle away. But Maumelle has not gotten all the way back. This is the closest they've been. They were also within 2 at one point. This game's only been tied for 24 seconds, and that was the first 24. So Maumelle has a chance to do it with only 5 ticks left on the clock.
So Raspberry's at the line to tie the ball game.
For Jonesboro, you got to box out here as well.
And he misses.
Denton quickly gets up the foul. 0.9 seconds went off the clock there, so nice job by Maumelle to quickly foul. Raspberry missed the second. Would have tied the contest.
But with all that being said, they got the quick foul, and you've still got 4.6 seconds.
Yep.
And as quick as Maumelle runs.
And either way, if even if it makes both free throws, they're going to have a chance. This is a double bonus.
Washington's a 69% free throw shooter on this season. He missed the first.
So they got a chance. Maumelle does have a timeout remaining, so if you do make this, maybe try to advance at the half court, then burn a timeout.
Second shot's up and good, so back to a 2-point game.
Let it play out.
Here we go. Daughtery goes right side to Davier. Now we've got a timeout with 1.7 seconds.
I like the call. You get it across the timeline as quickly as you can. Took about 2.5 seconds, maybe 2.9 seconds to get the ball to half court. The officials are getting together, and I think they're going to put a little more time back on the clock. I think they're going to put in even 2 seconds. So now you've got to draw the inbounds play with 2 seconds left. Set up a 3.
Well, I mean, don't you go for the tie? Because you've outplayed Jonesboro in the second half.
Well, you've got a couple looks. So one, they're going to have it over in front of the scorer's table near their bench. So maybe you try a lob to the rim, try to use your size, finish in the paint, but you got to have a couple options. So if that's not open, if Jonesboro's sinking the defense back, you've got to have somebody coming towards the basketball and also going towards your basket, trying to get set up, get your feet set, and try a chance to win it.
Maumelle today is 4 of 11 from the three-point line for 36%. At the free throw line, Maumelle is 10 of 14 for 71%. They're shooting 49% from the field today on 21 of 43 shooting.
Numbers are really even, as you would expect them to be in a really close game. I think the biggest stat, though, the way Jonesboro's been able to battle the glass, get a lot of second chance points, 16 of them to be exact. Points in the paint about even, points off the bench even, turnovers are pretty much square. If you're Jonesboro, the one number that you're kicking yourself about, though, is free throws, as they've missed 7 of them. 10 of 17.
2 seconds left as here's the inbound to Denton. Denton trying to get it up, and it's no good. Maumelle is looking for a foul as Riley Wade put up the shot. Jonesboro is your state champion.
That shot was well off the mark. We'll have to see the replay, but Jonesboro off to celebrate with their student section. Here's another look at it. See if we've got a few different angles, but that one well off the mark, and you can see how upset the bench was that nothing was called.
I mean, I don't see a foul right there.
It's tough to see if he had a hand on the ball or hand on his arm. Tough to tell from either one of those angles, and it's going to have to be pretty blatant and that obvious in that point of the game to get a foul call.
Tell you, you look across the court, Bobby, you feel for Darvish Raspberry. He's in tears right now after he missed that free throw.
It's a tough break. Both teams missing crucial free throws down the stretch. That's why Maumelle had a chance to potentially tie or win there at the end. Jonesboro didn't do their job at the line, but they did just enough. And was that championship number 14 heading back to the northeast corner of the state.
Yeah, 14 for Jonesboro, and once again, Maumelle comes up just short in the state championship game. They lost in 2016 and here again in 2021. And Maumelle has been given their runner-up trophy. And they're announcing now your 2021 champions, the Jonesboro Hurricane. We'll take a quick timeout. When we come back, we'll have your MVP, coaches, and everything else. You're watching the Centennial Bank State Basketball Championships on Arkansas PBS Sports.
1 hours of Arkansas PBS inspire you. Do you explore with nature, dip deeper with Frontline, or cook with Patty's Mexican Table? Help Arkansas PBS meet our challenge of adding 3,000 new members by June 30th to continue bringing the series you love. Each new member we gain by June 30th gets us closer to an additional donation from the generous members of our ambassador circle. Just one new member an hour will get us there. Is this your hour? Join now at myarkansaspbs.org/donate.
What a great game. What a great game, as you would expect. Jonesboro 58, Maumelle 56. They are your Class 5A state champions. And it rounds out 12 games here in Hot Springs that we were able to knock down. And looks like your MVP for this game will be Mcbride for Jonesboro, as Kelan Mcbride has had an outstanding day, career. Today he finishes with 8 points, but really it was a team effort in this one.
Yeah, it really was. Points across the board. It's like 7 or 8 players scored for Jonesboro, led by Washington with 16, but it took a team effort. And Mr. McBride's making his way to us. I have a chance to talk to him.
There he is, and our MVP, Keelan Mcbride. Let me ask you, Mr. McBride, how's that feel after coming down the wire? What coach say to you as there was 2 seconds left on the clock?
He just told us that we needed to get a stop and that we needed to get a rebound and we were going to win. And even if they did make both of the free throws, that we were going to win it at the buzzer. and they ended up missing the second one, and then Jesse came down and hit a big free throw, and then we got to stop. And now I'm here.
You've got a big lead at the half, up 16, but they obviously make the furious run in the third quarter. What's going through your mind? What are you hearing in the huddle in that fourth quarter, knowing that you let a big lead slip away?
Honestly, with Coach, he wasn't very mad. He was just telling us we had to finish the game. We had good enough cushion when we went to the fourth. We were up like 2, but they had to come back, and we knew that third quarter took a lot out of them, and all we had to do was hold them off to win.
Washington finished the game with 16 points. He was big in this one.
Yeah, he was. Jesse, he's a great player. He plays both ends of the floor. He can shoot, he can dribble, he can guard your best big, he can guard your best point guard, your best player. He just gives you whatever you need.
They had a lot of size, and they had a huge rebounding advantage for most of the season.
Yeah,
you guys able to come in and only out-rebounded by 1 today. Was that a point of emphasis for your squad coming into today?
Honestly, we're so much smarter than other teams. We just want to either even it up or win it by a little bit. And if you say we want it by 1, we'll take it. That's just how it is. They're a great rebounding team, though. I won't take it away from them.
Well,
They're good.
Thank you so much. Congratulations. Go take that trophy back to Jonesboro.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
There he is. Keelan Mcbride, your MVP of the 5A championship game. And Bobby, I mean, outstanding young man.
Yep.
And you wouldn't expect anything less on a West Swift coach team.
Yeah, I mean, his teams are always among the best in the state. I mean, there's a reason 14 championships have been won through the years at Jonesboro. They've got great talent, great size, great athleticism, and that's a pretty good combination.
Yeah.
When you've got the intangibles like that, you're going to win a lot of games, and luckily they were able to put just enough together in the second half. Probably not their best half of basketball, but it was enough to get the job done.
Let's go ahead and look at our final stats while we wait on Coach to come over here, and it's the final stats of the ball game. And Bobby, as you said a minute ago, it was pretty much even. 48% shooting for Maumelle, 46 for Jonesboro. Free throws are pretty much even, 10 of 14 for Maumelle, 10 of 17 for Jonesboro. Really, turnovers were big for Maumelle. They had 15 in the ball game. Jonesboro only had 12.
Yeah, and the points off the turnovers, that's the difference, 14-10 in that category. A lot of times when two teams are pretty evenly matched, what these two seem to be, as we're about to get Coach Swift, I mean, it takes 1 or 2 possessions, 1 or 2 big plays, and that's going to be the difference. And Jonesboro made the plays that mattered the most.
Coach, congratulations. Wes Swift joins us now, and I mean, you guys made it come down to the wire on this one. What'd you tell your team with 2 seconds left?
With 2 seconds left?
Yeah.
Well, we actually, I don't know if you noticed, we went zone there at the end, and just we didn't want to get a screen-to-screener action. If we'd have been up 3, we'd have stayed man. But down 2, we thought they might try and pound us in the middle of the paint right there, and so we were prepared to maybe double that really quick. And if they got a 3, we wanted to be contested.
Yeah, they're a good team. You knew they were going to make a run. You're up 16 at the half, never comfortable. They pull it within 2, even 1. What are you telling your team to kind of settle down and calm the nerves and finish it off?
You know, we've been in those type games this year. We lost a 2-point game to Little Rock Christian. We lost a overtime game to North Little Rock. We won an overtime game against Jacksonville. We had a 3-point game against Marion in the conference. So we've been in one-possession games, and it's just, it's kind of do your job,
We were talking to Keelan about the rebounding differential with Maumelle. They usually are out-rebounding teams by a lot.
Right.
You guys were only within 1 tonight. I mean,
So here's the backstory to that. We lost to those guys last year in the quarterfinals. They out-rebounded us 37-16.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
And so now we brought it back to 1, and we felt like if we could stay within 5 of them on the backboards and then we win the turnover battle, which I don't know, we had several in the second half, that we would win the game.
You won the turnover battle. I'll give you that, 15-12. So it was close.
Yeah.
Just the little plays, the intangibles. I was really impressed with the first half from DeVarius. Came in and gave you a spark off the bench. He's listed as an either-or starter. Didn't go with him tonight, but obviously played well.
Well, we went with Isaac Harrell. Both of them are sophomores, 1'6'7", 1'6'4".
Yep.
And one of them can really shoot it, and the other one can really rebound it. They both did a good job doing what they do. But DeVarius really gave us a spark. And then down the stretch, he had a couple of big rebounds for us.
Yep.
Coach, congratulations and best of luck. It's 14 now for Jonesboro state titles. That's awesome.
Well, we would argue 16, but the AAA does give us 14. Yeah.
There it is, Wes Swift. Congratulations, sir.
Thanks, guys.
Well
Appreciate
done.
you guys.
Appreciate it.
Yep. Thank you.
Boy, I love Wes Swift. We'll argue 16 of them, and I love Wes Swift because he speaks the truth of what they believe up in Jonesboro.
Yeah,
so.
he knew the rebounding, and that was a great stat that he mentioned from last year. Out-rebounded so much by that same Maumelle team. Crash the glass, keep it close, and you give yourself a chance to win exactly what they did, and then they won.
Yeah. Well, that's wrapping things up from Hot Springs. I didn't think we'd get to this point, but hey, we did, and there's so many people that we can thank. Everybody from Tanisha to CJ to all the guys in the truck. I mean, this has been definitely a teamwork atmosphere, and it always is fun whenever I'm getting to work with you and Wes and everybody else.
Yeah, obviously Wes and Justin did a great job. You heard our voices, but there's so many faces and bodies and moving parts working around the scene as we take a look at a few of them right here. It takes a team effort. Obviously, Derek Walter with the AAA helped us put this thing together, and we've done this for a few years now.
Yeah.
Last year it got cut out because of COVID, but it's a great thing for Arkansas sports, a great thing for Arkansas basketball, and don't forget, we're going to do baseball, softball coming up in the spring. Hopefully, fingers crossed, no other pandemics hit.
And I have to give a shout-out to Mason and Matt because they're always back there clicking and ticking in the truck, and I give them a hard time, but they're some of the hardest-working guys in the business. So, once again, we want to thank everybody. Most of all, we want to say thank you to you, the viewer, for tuning in all week and watching all these games, all 12 of them. We've got just a tremendous amount of support from this, and so we want to say thank you to you. So, with that being said, our final score in this one, 58-56. Jonesboro wins it. They are the Class 5A state champion, and they round out the day with a big win. Until next year, everyone, or until baseball and softball, you've been watching the Centennial Bank State Basketball Championships on Arkansas PBS Sports.